In my last video, we're going to talk a little bit about this guitar. This is I guess you'd call it a Partscaster. This body is actually a Stratocaster body. I believe it was the 60s classic vibe or something like that. This neck is by Warmoth. This is one of their modern necks. It's a 10-inch radius, like a PRS, because I really love the PRS radius, and it's got a nice kind of a pretty good thick modern C shape to it. What I did was I put some Fender locking tuners on it, and I had to drill all the holes for that. And also, when you get a fret from Warmoth, when you get a neck from Warmoth, you get all these little goodies. You get some tools and stuff in here. You can also put this on your headstock if you want, and the little Warmoth thing on the end there too. But they are not necessarily leveled and crowned perfectly. So on this one, I actually had to do a level and crown. So you're going to need a few tools. Some of them I showed you in the other video. But you're also going to need a nice little tool like this. This is a fret guru. So this side right here is going to go against your thing, and all you're going to do is just take that and just kind of go off at an angle, and that makes your fret ends nice and smooth. You're not going to get cut. You're not going to get any scrapes. And let me see if I have that tool in my box here. You are also going to need this, which I've showed in previous video. So this is also from Stu-Mac, I believe, and this is just a, puts that nice little crown on your frets. So this is a crowning tool, and it comes with several different adapters. So this is for the jumbo frets because I just finished the Ibanez. One of the other things you're going to need, or you should have, is one of these, and this is an idea I got from Philip McKnight out in Arizona. So this is basically a file for your fingernails that the ladies use, but it's got a rough side here, probably like a 600 here, and then this is probably about a 600. This is even lighter, and this is just pure polishing. You can barely feel anything on here. So that gives your frets a nice, really nice shine. I also have some other tools in here, which I use. These are the fret erasers. These work pretty good, but they don't work as good as the other things. So usually if I have pretty bad frets, I use these first, and then I'll go to the polisher. But you're also going to need one of these, and you want to check. Obviously at the top you're going to use this, top of the neck, and as you move down to the higher frets, you're going to go down, and you're going to rock back and forth, and you want to make sure that nothing rocks. There is a tool which I actually bought after the job that I did. It actually lines everything up nicely for your tuning keys, but I bought that after the frustration of drilling those, and that's actually not the first guitar. There's several that I've done, and I didn't have that tool, and I finally decided to go out and buy it. One of the other things I recommend too, and I believe I got this from Stu-Mac also, is one of these when you're doing a fret job, and this is especially if you're doing frets from the beginning. And what this does is this puts that angle. I believe it's a 30, if I'm not mistaken. So obviously no strings on. Your neck's going to be perfectly straight. You're going to put this on, and it's got a file right here. And you can also flip it over and use both sides. You can unbolt it from here, right out from here, and flip it over. and you're just going to run this along the side. And you want to do this obviously with it off, with the neck off of the guitar, because this thing will probably, it looks like it'll hit the guitar. So you're going to run that on both sides of the frets. And this guitar too, I also pretty much did everything myself, as far as the electronics. So one of the unique things I did about this, or with this guitar, is I wanted to have a little bit different switching options, because I have another Strat that's made by Carbon, and I just wanted something that had a few extra sounds. So what I did is I put in this little mini switch that I had actually had pulled out of my Carbon from before, because I had one with a humbucker in it, and this used to split the humbucker. So what we have, obviously one volume, one tone, that you can see right here. You've got your 5-way switch. So in this position, you've got your neck pickup. If you flip the switch up, that turns on your bridge pickup. So now you've got neck and bridge, and you can get those nice telly sounds. Second position, or most people call this fourth position, sorry. I don't know, I always think of it as the opposite, because usually I start a song up here and work my way down here. So the next position is going to be your neck and your middle. With this thing up, you also add the bridge, so now you've got all three of them, which is very unique, and it definitely has a different sound to it. Middle position is going to be just your middle pickup. This one doesn't matter what the switch is in, because your bridge is already on in this position. So that's going to be these two, and then your bridge position is just your bridge. And these pickups, I pulled these out of another guitar. These are, originally I bought them off of eBay or Reverb or something like that. These are from a 2011 American Standard. And then this right here is a Seymour Duncan Custom Shop Texas Hot bridge. And I think it's, I don't know, I'm thinking it's like an 11 or something like that. Hold on, I have the box that it came in, so I'll grab that real quick. Okay, and we're back. After a long search, I finally found it. So this is the box it comes in. Nice little box, tells you what it is. Strat custom bridge. And then this is the bottom. It's got your wiring instructions in there. You can pop that out, pull it out. And then it comes in this little bag. So this is actually a 9.66K. And it even has it signed over here. It has the serial number and everything inside this little pouch, and it comes neatly packed in this nice little package here and everything. So they, they really, really make it nice for you. And it's got your, your code and everything, your barcode and everything on there. And one of the other things I didn't mention when I was talking about the fret thing is this right here. This is a StewMac. And this thing is obviously set for, PRS. So this is a 10-inch radius sanding block, so you can use this on here. I use these, and I like them a lot. But if I have something that's unique or kind of off the wall, I have like the Fender, the 7.5, the 9, the 10, the 12, and I think I even have like a 14. What I do is I use one of these straight edges, and I just take the same tape that's on here, I just cut it in half so I can get 2 uses out of it, and I just tape it to this level. You can get those fancy leveling files. They're exactly the same thing. I just use a nice level that I picked up at the hardware store. Obviously it's made with aluminum, it's perfectly level, that's why it's called a level, and you can use that. So whichever one you choose to use, either one will work. So this also has the 2-point trem. I'm sure you notice that. And then, you know, the standard thing, I changed this out for a, I believe it's a CTS that I put on this jack. And then the other thing I put in here, I don't know if you can see this, I'm hoping you can kind of see this, is I put a spring inside here so I don't have to tighten this all the way down and it doesn't have a lot of play, because normally this thing will be swinging all back and forth, and I can even loosen it up and it, you know, it's just starting to get tight. And then on the back, nothing special. I just adjusted this, got a nice block in here. This is Fender Custom Shop Designed, and I guess I should peel this off. It's kind of coming off. I've been playing this quite a bit lately. But that's pretty much it. I put some strap locks on here, like I do on almost all of my guitars. And one of the things about this Warmoth neck that I like too is it's got this little quick access thing here. So what I did was I set my neck level and then I loosened it just slightly, and then this thing you can make all your small minor adjustments.